So quick segue out of that, right? So something I did get out of that interview, which I thought was really funny. So they brought up the trade for Randy Moss, right?
Yeah.
So the whole setup for the so apparently the whole setup for the trade with Randy Moss was he said y'all ain't about to tell me I got a tenderoni no deal.
Not the tenderoni.
Not the tenderoni. But so the whole setup for the Randy Moss trade was they traded for him on day two. I think it was like day two, day three. And the Patriots were the first pick of that day.
Mm-hmm.
So they're calling Minnesota up.
No, he
And
was in Oakland at that time.
well, they're calling whoever he
Yeah.
team it was Mr. Yeah, Davis. It was
Yeah, he was in Oakland. He was
calling
in
Davis.
Oakland at that time.
So Bill's like, Mr. Davis, like, all right, like, are we doing this trade or not? He's like, yeah, but I want your second round pick. I want your day two pick. And he was like, but like that's the beginning of the thing. And on top of that, like the draft starts at 12. It's midnight right now. Like,
It's like
okay.
we were supposed to be asleep.
No, he's like, it's midnight right now. So we got to get this trade done before the draft starts. So they have till 12 that morning, like 12 afternoon. So 12 p.m. that afternoon to get this trade done. Randy in the building, assess for a physical and all of that. Bill said, I blow this whole operation up. I have to do this to me.
Bill said, I will blow this whole operation. He said, let me be
Bill said,
happy.
I will shut this whole thing down. Try me.
He said, let me be happy.
Gotta reset.
I am happy.
I'm lagging.
He said, I am
There we
happy.
go. That's better. I was lagging. I ain't like that.
Mm.
So basically, so he calls up Miss Davis. Miss Davis like, yeah, okay, but he's like, it's 12. It's like the draft starts at 12 p.m. 12 in the afternoon. He's like, okay, that sounds like a you problem. They hang up the phone. So he calls Randy up. He's like, hey, Randy, this is Coach Belichick. Randy hangs up the phone. Bill calls him again. So Bill calls him again. He's like, Randy, he's like, yo, he's like, hey, who is this? He's like, yo, it's Bill Belichick. I'm just calling. He's like, no, he's like, hey, stop playing. I was like, this is a joke. What is this? Hangs up the phone again.
Yo. Randy
Third
Moss hung up on Bill Belichick
twice. Oh, so Bill calls him a third time. Is like, yo, Randy. So we just traded for you. You're coming to New England. He's like, all right. He said, well, here's the thing. I need you here by 9:00, so you can get your physical and we can get you in the building. He's like, but coach, I'm in Houston.
Listen, I don't care how you do it. You better get here.
He thought it was a whole prank. He didn't think it was real at all. So he said, I need you, but you need to get here so we can get your physical. He said, Randy bought the ticket, showed up at like 9:00 sharp, got past his physical, passed everything he needed to do.
That's crazy.
And then he asked Bill like, yo, where's the playbook? He's like, okay. He's like, I mean, I guess I got it. We'll get you one. He's like, okay, I need the playbook like ASAP because I'm not about to go into training camp with Tom Brady looking stupid.
I mean, that's a fair statement.
He said, I need to know all these. I need to know the plays. I need to know the check downs. I need to know the hot routes. I need to know all of it because I ain't about to go out here and make no mistake.
That's a fair statement.
And we saw what happened.
Yeah,
I
want to say he still has a record. His record is still the record for most receiving touchdowns in a season.
Yeah, he still has that record. Yeah, he still has that record. Like Justin Jefferson got close. Not super close, but he got close. But I think Justin Jefferson's the closest so far to get to it. But yeah, he still holds that record. And then they were saying as the season went on, he said, I would too knowing Bill. He said, I would too knowing Bill don't like top flight receivers like that. It was a shock to everybody at the time. Facts. Nobody thought that was going to happen. And then they even said they even actually installed plays specifically for Randy. So originally they were just one set routes, but Randy asked like, "Yo, give me a choice." So they started giving him more choice routes in these route packages because they knew, yeah, he could easily take the top off of a defense. But if you got a guy sitting directly in the line of him, he's not going to be able to go 100% down the field because there's a guy in the way. He's just going to run right into him.
Fair.
So they asked him, so he asked like, "Yo, if you give me a choice, I know how to attack these guys. I can get open. I can get where you need me to be. I just need you to give me the opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what we saw is what we saw. Man's out here breaking records in his
Ah,
career.
crazy they got that Super Bowl because of Eli. Bro, we we gonna. All I'm gonna say is this.
Eli
Quick
was the
side,
Patriot. That's what it
quick
was.
quick story. I was living in Alaska at the time. I was the only kid in my school who believed in the Patriots, and there were three kids. This is the first time I'm telling this story publicly. Three kids who came up to me and was like, "Hey, Myron, you so confident in the Giants winning?" I said, "Yeah, I'm that confident." They said, "All right, you want to bet on it?" I said, "All right, what y'all talking about?" They said 250, like $2.50. I said, "So if I win, each of y'all owe me $2.50." They said, "Yep." But if the Patriots win, you owe each of us $2.50. I said, "Bet." Here's the bad part. I didn't have the money. I bet on like I bet on credit and my hatred for the Patriots. Like I was like, if they lose, I'm showing up to school. Empty. Boy, listen, it was gonna be a bad day for me that day. Luckily enough, luckily enough, Eli and David Tyree and Plaxico Burks and that defense came through for me. I pulled up on school on Monday, walking dead at all three of them dudes, looking for my $2.50. I didn't get it till the end of the day. But man, when I was cheesing, but yeah, don't ever do that, kids.
We at the Voice of College Football do not endorse underage gambling. Just to let you know.
Listen,
We do not
no.
endorse or nor support underage.
Do not. Do not. But another thing we want to talk about with Bill, because obviously Bill's one of the greatest coaches ever. Apparently, there's been a rumor
All the
that
way to the Super Bowl for the only drastic L of the season. I listen. I would have cried. I would have cried the entire weekend. It wouldn't have been just that night.
bro, do you understand how sick I would have been? I'd have been sitting in my room in the dark, just playing
The amount
all
of
the
money I would have
saddest,
owed that hotel room that night.
just all the saddest songs. Cause, bro, we already know how bad it gets when teams who think they're gonna win the Super Bowl have like these parties booked and think they're about to like, oh yeah, this is where we going. So then when they lose, they have to cancel everything. Imagine canceling the party that was planned for a 19-0 undefeated team.
That would have been the quietest party you ever would have been to. No, I'd have told the DJ go home. I'd have been in this whole building by myself with a glass, just
Hey, just warm glass.
just
But